Right. Hey Bookmash fam, welcome back to another Feature Friday where we are shining spotlight on our incredible authors and their stories. Today we are talking to KG Sovereign, debut author of The Safety, which is a heartwarming and twisty NFL romance that you will not want to miss. It is on our TBR. KG, if you want to introduce yourself and tell
What
us
to
just a little
say?
bit about you, and then we'll jump into some fun questions
My
here.
name is KG Sovereign. This is my first novel. It's actually the second one that I've wrote, but the first one that I published. It's a labor of love because I started writing in August of last year, so this has been a long journey. I'm a single mom of 2 boys, and I read so many books. I just thought, hey, let's try writing something and see what happens.
So I love it. That's the best way to jump into it. And knowing that you can do what others are doing, that takes a lot of confidence and a lot of courage. So nice work putting your effort forth and coming out with something amazing that people can enjoy.
But I don't know. It was just because I have so many authors that I read that are now traditionally published that started off as self-published authors. So I'm like, if they can do it, why can't I do it? So now I've started the journey.
Love that.
Love it.
Very cool.
Yeah. Congratulations. We're excited for you. I'm excited to read it, that's for sure. So
Definitely.
let's do a little bit of the story behind The Safety. What inspired the story of Ryan and Kingsley?
I was actually writing my first novel, which I like to say we're fighting because I'm still in the editing stages of that one because that's the first one I actually sat down and wrote. So that one's my baby. Okay, so as I'm writing the story, the teammates, they all start, showing their personalities and coming out more and giving me their stories as I'm writing the first book. So the 5 teammates, they all their books are in different stages. But Ryan's, for some reason, was the one that was just the easiest for me to sit down and write and complete it without fighting with it and being like, no, I don't like that. No, maybe that should happen. Wait, should I take this out? That doesn't sound right. I don't know what it was, but it was just a whole lot like, let's make him a single dad. Because in the first book that I have written, he's the old man of the group. That's what they call him, old man. So he's the married one with the kids. So I was like, and then my author brain just decided to, give him like the worst beginning of his story ever. But, in the end, it works out because the very beginning, because it's based in Detroit. So it's based off of the Detroit Lions vaguely. And the Detroit Lions have never won the Super Bowl, but they're doing so well that my Detroit Guardians, that's the football team, that's the name I gave them. They've now won the Super Bowl at the same night that they win, and tragedy happens where he loses his wife, and that's the beginning of his.
Did any real life sports moments or parenting stories influence the plot?
Journey for the Detroit Lions, where we've always had, it's the same old Lions, but now these last couple seasons they've been doing really well and going to the division playoffs and the championships, falling short of the Super Bowl. But having just my 2 boys, I mean, in the story he's got 2 girls because girl dad, come on, that's
Yeah.
I have nieces, so whenever they say that I think it's cute, I have to be like, oh, I gotta write that down. Because kids say the darn, and it's true. They say that you try not to laugh. You're like, that's funny, but no, we don't say that.
Yeah. Right. Oh goodness. I love that.
So let's go a little bit into your writing journey. Before we hit record, we talked a little bit about the process of publishing. What surprised you the most about publishing this?
I thought, it was just easy. You just upload it onto Kindle, and Kindle will do everything. No. You have to have it formatted correctly in the right size, and the layout has to be. It's been a journey for sure, but I'm like a learn as I go type of person. So now I'm on my 3rd proof that will be coming in the mail here over the weekend so I can make sure, yes, this is how I want it to look, finally. But I feel like third time's the charm. You learn as I go. And for the ones, I know what to do. So
Yeah.
I can't be mad at it.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I was going to say.
I was
Yeah.
watching your TikTok and how you got the proof and the margins were all messed up. And I was like, and it's like you could tell that you were like not necessarily irritated at like the process, but like you could tell that you were expecting one thing, but like you
Overwhelmed,
were
yeah.
getting a whole nother thing. And I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. And I never even talked to you yet, but I was like, you can tell.
I know what not to do for the next one. And it's going to be so much smoother to post it and get it printed off and all that. So
Go, yeah. As long as you're learning and you're mastering the things that you're
Yeah,
trying
for
to
sure.
figure out, next time around will be so much smoother and hopefully less stressful for you.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite and your hardest part about writing the safety?
Oh my goodness. I feel like my favorite part was getting Unchi, the character Unchi, down. She's like the matchmaker grandmother, and she's just so, she doesn't have a filter. She'll just say whatever she wants. I mean, because she's a grandma, so she's like, whatever, I don't care. I don't care what you think of me. I've lived my life. This is what I'm going to tell you, and this is how it's going to be. That was, trying to get her character down was so funny for me because my mom was the same way. She just had no filter. She didn't care. She was like, you know what? I'm going to tell this person that they look cute today, and I don't care if they don't want me to, but just so you know. So I tried to take that even now as an adult. Like if I'm at work and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to tell you something, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but you smell nice. I think you should know that. That's, my mom was that type of person. Like she just did not. So Unchi was by far the funnest for me to write. And then Ollie and Blake, his daughters. I don't have girls, but I have nieces. So that was cute too. I'm like, they say girls are whiny, but my boys are way whinier.
It's funny because I have two older girls and then I have like an 8-year-old son. And everybody, like, before I had him, were like, boys are so much easier. And I'm like, who said that? I want to know why they thought boys were so much easier than girls, because my boy definitely is not easier than my girls were. Okay, the daughters bring so much heart. You said that you got to write the girls a little bit based off of like your nieces because you don't have girls themselves. But like, what were there certain parts of them that you based the characters off of?
I think just like
for the girls,
their innocence and how they view life and all the little girly things with like the hair ties and the bows and the glitter. And like she's their TT, so their aunt, she has 2 daughters and she has the patience of a saint because she'll do like the intricate braiding and the French braid and the fishtail. I know how to do none of those things. And then she puts the ribbons in it and the glitter, and it like looks immaculate all of the time. And she would chase her daughter around when she was like 4 or 5, like braiding as the kid is running away. And I'm like, how? I'd just give up. Like, you're not going to sit still. Bye. But now her daughters are old enough that they'll just sit there and let her do it. And it's always so whimsical and intricate, and just, I'm like, I wish I could do that. I barely braid my own hair. But just like the innocence of it and the sweetness of little girls, you just have to, especially for like a girl dad, where he's like, I will do anything and everything for my kids.
So cute. Without spoilers, what can you tease about Kingsley's secret and how it will impact the connection in the book?
Oh, yeah. It's one of those where he's like, I don't know if this is what I want to do anymore. It's kind of a big, like, I knew who you were before I met you, because yes, she did have a crush on him, before she moved in with her and before she learned that that was her next door neighbor. But it goes kind of farther back to the accident. Did it again.
This and not knowing exactly what's going on, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to know. It's making it very suspenseful for me.
Okay, so we'll do some rapid fire questions just off the top of your head. First answer that you come up with. And we kind of already know the first one. Favorite NFL team?
The Lions.
A book you always
The
recommend?
book I always recommend. There's so many. Like the one that I absolutely love that I will die on my grave for is The Rescue by Nicholas Sparks.
Oh, Nicholas Sparks is amazing. A Walk to Remember was the first book I ever cried to.
And then when I read his memoir and I learned who she was based on, her character, I cried more. I said, oh my God. Then I got to meet him last year, so that made like my whole year. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Jealous.
Awesome.
Jealous.
Dream actor to play Ryan.
Like a vision, because he's got red hair, and I can't ever remember the guy's name. I saw him in a movie, and I'm like, oh my God, that's Ryan. I think it's like Jesse something. I don't know. I'd have to look back and see.
The character for both of them. You'll have to let us know. Miranda can insert a little picture.
Yeah, I'll throw it in there if we figure it out.
That's funny. One word to describe the safety.
Oh, one word to describe the safety. So hard. One word. Let's see. I guess maybe healing.
Ooh. I like that.
Me too.
Nice.
I like it.
What can readers expect next from you? You said this is a world where you have other characters, so what can we expect after the safety?
Like I said, I have so many in so many different stages. Like I have one book that really I just need to edit, but we're fighting right now. So I'm like, I'm not dealing with you. You're going to just sit there. And then I have one other character who's like 3/4 of the way written. And then I have like a quarter of one, and then another book that is just like a bunch of plot points in the outline. So next, I'm trying to push out another football book, but I also have a whole universe. And I'm currently, my work in progress is a college hockey romance.
Nice.
Entered that world yet. I need to.
Hockey romances are a big thing. Like, that's a big genre.
Hockey through Megan Quinn. So.
Megan Quinn books. I just haven't grabbed them yet. I need to.
They're in the
romance girly.
The book.
Good. Like I was in a writing slump for years, like 10 years, and then I picked up. It's this one, her baseball books, but it's The Change Up, and she got me out of my slump. And I read like so many of her books. Every time she releases a new one, I pre-order it, and she signs it, and like I will die on that grave for Megan Quinn.
I need to read it. I do. I just haven't gotten there. I get into reading.
You will.
Okay, KG, thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we were pushing through the technical difficulties, if I can talk. We're so excited, as KG said, that you guys can find it on Kindle Unlimited.
Yes.
Right?
And I'm
Kindle Unlimited.
Hopefully get it on Barnes soon too.
Just make me excited.
So how exciting.
Yeah. So guys, if you're looking for a romance that blends swoon, sport, and secret-filled suspense, you need to grab this book. I know Miranda and I are super excited to get our hands on it. Don't forget to follow KG on Instagram. She's on TikTok. Check out The Safety on Kindle Unlimited and on Amazon. We'll drop the links for you guys so that you guys have them right here. And as always, be sure to follow the Book Mash and any of KG's social media, and we'll see you on the next Feature Friday, guys.
Hey, thank you.
Of course, thank you.